I would like to thank all of you to have a conversation with me. And I am feeling very overwhelmed today. Thank you for being here. Thank you, sir. Today we have a topic of effective teaching methods and techniques. First of all, we have to know the 21st century method, Bloom's taxonomy. What is Bloom's taxonomy? Let's say start with a formula. 8 Eva and apple under amber. 8 Eva and apple under amber. From 8 it is create. From Eva it is evaluate. From am it is analysis. From apple it is apply. From under it is understanding. From amber it is remember. So we have to apply the Bloom's taxonomy in our lecture, my dear fellows, to create, to evaluate, to analyze, to apply, to understand, to remember the whole lecture for the students. Let's take an example of analysis. What is analysis? Let's say you have a topic, break that topic into 2 or 3 words. Write the meanings of these 3 words and at the end combine them. This will give the basic idea to the student that why we are learning today. Let's say in biology, I have a topic enzyme. En means inside, enzyme means yeast. So I break the word enzyme and I clear the concept. The first enzyme discovered inside the yeast, that's why it is enzyme. This is the concept of analysis. We have to create that kind of lectures for our students. This is the message of Bloom's taxonomy for us. In the next, we have to know what are the lexical words. Lexical words are those words that all have dictionary proof. We have to use dictionary words in our lectures, my dear fellows. Lexical words have dictionary proof and we have to apply these lexical words in our lectures. This will increase the linguistic knowledge of our students. Let's say lexical words sing, blink, eat, hear, think, meet. They all have some certain meanings in the dictionary. Non-lexical word, oh, bro, they do not have any kind of meaning in the dictionary. We have to use lexical words in our lecture so that student will gain the linguistic knowledge from us also. Don't use non-lexical things in the lecture. Oh, bro, nah. Non-lexical words are not applicable for the effective teaching or the epic lectures. Then we have to know what is experiential teaching methods. Experiential teaching methods are the experimental teaching methodology. We have to use certain elements for helping our teaching method that will create an experiment model for your teaching. Let's say in chemistry, we are dealing some chemicals, so a teacher should have that particular chemical in his hands to show the student that is the chemical. That's what I am trying to say. This is the experimental teaching methodology. We have to use it in our lectures. Though I know in some subjects it is not as such applicable. Let's say we are dealing with the English grammar or Urdu grammar. What kind of elements we can use? But we can use to create sounds in English. We can use different elements to create sounds to understand the linguistic values for our students.
Even a teacher can share his personal experiences and certain anecdotes.
Yes. Then what is teaching? Peer teaching method. Peer teaching method is a student efficient methodology in which we have to know a particular student that is very exceptional in a particular subject or a particular topic. We can give a particular topic to the student and he will come to the stage and introduce the topic to all the students. It will boost its enthusiasm also, and it will create the confidence to the rest of the class also. That select any one student that is very well in a particular topic, you have to introduce that topic tomorrow, and tomorrow he will come to the stage and introduce the topic. It will boost up its own confidence also. It is peer teaching methodology.
Through fellows.
Flipped classroom methodology. Create groups with your students. Send them video lecture of yours, and in the next day question them. Create idea that what kind of knowledge you have taken from that video that I sent you yesterday. This is the flipped classroom methodology. Send your video lecture to the groups and ask them particular questions about the lecture that you have sent them yesterday. It will create more knowledge and more applicable to the students.
And we can generate group discussion as well. Under
It is
this
also incorporated.
Okay, fine.
In the next, my dear fellows, problem-based learning. It's a student-centered learning method. Today we know students are locked themselves in incognito. They are concealed today. Teachers should grab the actual personality of the students, the hidden talent, the hidden personality of the student. Teachers should grab that. This is the student problem-based learning method. We have to know the 21st century issues for the student. Let's say, as we know, today social media is a wastage of time for the students. So we have to know what are the teaching methodology that we can create to fulfill that kind of space. Today we know many of our students are particularly in aggression, they are in depression, any kind of situation. We have to deal them with new ideas. This is problem-based learning methodology. This is the problem-based teaching methodology. The next, we have to know cooperative learning. Create groups in the class, assign them a task, then a group will come to the desk or will come to the stage and it will present the topic among the rest of the class. This is the cooperative learning methodology, group studies. In the next, formative and summative teaching methodology. In formative, it's a meaning of in process. In summative, it has a meaning of final product. In formative teaching methodology, question the students during your lectures. Create a quiz in your lecture. Question answer, open-ended question with your students for your lectures. It's a formative teaching methodology. During lecture, question answer with the students. And it's summative. As we know, from Monday we have a paper, we have assessment for the students or for those chapters that we delivered them in the classrooms. So we are taking them paper, we are taking their assessments. This is the summative method. Question answer with the student during lecture, it is a formative method of teaching. Conduct a paper of that particular chapter, it is a summative method of teaching. This idea will open the gate of Bopp's methodology. From Bopp's methodology, bridge in learning objective of pre-test, participatory test, post-test, summary. Now what is pre-test? Question your student what we had learned yesterday. This is pre-test activity. Participatory test. Question your student what we are learning today. Post-test. What we have learned today. And in the end, we have to give a conclusive, effective summary of our lecture. To conclude what we are delivering. So it's a Boppps methodology of lesson planning, my dear fellows. These all concepts we have learned from our recently conducting training session. It's a cluster training session that we have. Thank you, sir, for being a part of it, or thank you to all.